a lot of commercial benefits. Lets you as an energy-using business decide which kind of fuel sources you're going to use, whether you're going to use the grid, or whether you're going to use the other fuel supplies you have, like natural gas. That's a really big deal. It also lets you, if you have a big renewable source like wind and solar, it also, if you make that generation close by and you make it low enough cost, that really lets you take the variability out of the other green sources you have, which is tremendously important. So I'm a big supporter of this. I really excited about it. I think it fits in very well with the kinds of things we're trying to do. I'd love to see us have a whole data center running on this at some point when they're ready.
Among the companies, Walmart is the first to have deployed these in multiple locations. So, Bill, would you tell me about the strategic decision to put, as Leslie Stahl would say, balloon boxes in multiple sites? What does that mean?
Energy servers,
I
right,
know,
KR?
We have 2 locations installed. They've been operating, as promised since the fall. First in Hemet, California, and then in Lancaster, California. And we did have one complaint, KR. I told you this morning at breakfast during the installation. The store manager got a phone call from one of the neighbors and said, "These things you just installed, they're so loud. What did you put in?" And the store manager, was confused because they're whisper quiet. So he ran back there to find somebody with a chainsaw, trimming the trees around the back. That had nothing to do with the installation, but that was the only customer feedback that we've had so far. The store's running, both stores are running as promised. Like the load's carrying somewhere between 60 and 80% of the load of the buildings as designed, depending on the peak. And for us, as we continue our march, our learning in the sustainability world, scale is important to us. The ability to do it once is interesting. The ability to do it multiple times in scale is a significant benefit to our shareholders. And so we're very pleased to be one of the first multi-unit customers that you have, and are pleased with the performance and look forward to the journey.
Thank you. John, let's bring it back to you and bring it home to you as our host. I understand that after today's session, many of today's guests, those who choose, are going to have an opportunity to visit the Leeds building and the installation here of Bloom servers. I also understand that eBay is the first Bloom customer to commit to a system that's powered 100% by biogas or green gas, making it zero carbon electricity. Why is that being carbon neutral important to you and your employees?
Well, like so many companies, we've set carbon goals to reduce our carbon footprint. In our case, we're going to reduce our carbon footprint 15% over the next 3 years, and we envision our business growing substantially during that time. But one of the things that was just eye-opening for me and for us was using biofuels instead of natural gas, because as KR said, by using biofuels, that is fuels that come from some sort of garbage dump, it's 100% renewable, so that it is 100% clean. You said that we could use unlimited power. That's not our goal, but and not only is it 100% clean renewable, but as I understand it, it's in essence taking net carbon out of the environment, because the gases, when they come from a garbage dump, emit a harmful gas into the environment. And by taking that and putting it into the Bloom servers, we're actually reducing the net impact on the environment. So it's 100% clean for us, but in a broader sense, it even has a positive benefit. So we're excited about this, and the biofuel dimension of it we think is unique, and it's an important part of our commitment to it.
Well, thank you very much, all of you, for supporting us.
And we welcome everyone to join us on the tour after this is done to see the building that it's powering, which is just a couple hundred yards from here.
Speaking of powering, I think this is the most powerful panel I've ever had the opportunity to moderate. Seriously, Ray Lane taught me to add, and we have represented here the leaders of 4 million employees worldwide. and about $500 billion, $480 billion of revenues among the world's leading companies, all of whom have in common Bloom Energy, brought to you by Scott Sandell of New Enterprise Associates and Kleiner Perkins. We're going to hear now from some, these are our foundation customers, from some other important sponsors and fans of Bloom Energy. So I'd ask you to roll that video, please, while everyone takes a seat. And we'll have time for questions at the end of this session. Thank you. Roll video.
In these tough economic times, innovative companies like Bloom Energy really give me hope. These kinds of clean energy technologies can and should shape the future of our economy.
This was a company poised to play a leading role addressing the crucial challenges of our time, climate change and energy independence. Today, that promise has come true, and no one is more thrilled by that than New York City.
You've developed an innovative fuel cell system capable of producing energy that's cleaner and more efficient than gas, oil, or coal, and more reliable than wind or solar power.
I well remember my visit to Bloom back in September of 2006. My first reaction was that this was a company guaranteed for greatness. Make no mistake, when we look at Bloom Energy, we are looking at the future of business, at the future of our economy, and at the future of America.
Been working with you guys for 7 years, and you've got a great product. A box that produces 100,000 watts and has no noise, no moving parts, super clean. Just exactly what the world needs today. You and SunPower were the two big bets I made with my time about 10 years ago, and I think you guys are going to move right in there as one of the most important energy companies in America.
Hello, it's Patrick Pichette here at Google. And as we had our first customers about 10 years ago, everybody needs a first customer, and we were Bloom's first customer. We're really proud of that, and we obviously wish them great success. But for us, it's been really transformative. We have a huge energy agenda where we're looking for innovation, and we're an innovation company, and we love to partner with innovators, so a great partnership. We've installed one of their units into one of our R&D center, and it's been producing not only sustainably low emission electricity, but on top of that, really cost efficient.
What is great about Bloom is it's not about environmentalism, it's about pragmatism. It doesn't defy the laws of economic gravity like most green technologies do. It's not pay more for something, it's pay less. And the customers of Bloom today are testimony to the economics of the Bloom product.